move into our next demonstration by Greg Pond. I'm going to ask Greg to join us on the stage here. And I am truly so delighted for Greg to be with us today, and a recurring artist that we have on Creative Aging Symposium. And I want to say a little bit, Greg, I'll give you a little intro. Greg was born in Brooklyn and has written 4 books of poetry: Afternoon, Black and Blue, 4 a.m. Dark, 4 a.m. Light. He's a member of Revolutionary Poets Brigade and volunteers as a facilitator of Poetically Speaking. This is a weekly program he runs through Well Connected, so you can join just by conference call or online. Among his literary influences are Langston Hughes, E.E. Cummings, and Gwendolyn Brooks. He currently resides in San Francisco. And I have to tell you, it really gives me such pleasure for you to experience Greg and his poetry today, because it is such a gift that you bring to the world and that I've been the recipient of. So welcome, Greg, and I'll turn it to you to share.
Thank you, Katie, and welcome everybody. And boy, it's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to be able to share poetry and share issues and things of identity. I selected some poems that deal with identity, some in a general way and some maybe more specific. And I'm going to start off with a poem entitled, I Am Not Who. We're sent here with many gifts and time to hone our skills. We're blessed with freedom of thought, as well as given free will. We are assigned to express the divine, to live in truth, to rise and shine. But exactly who we are is not something that's easy to prove. For I am not really who I think I am, and neither, I think, are you. The next poem, Kaleidoscope. Looking through the kaleidoscope of life, I see bits of my reflection in each multicolored section, asking the same old questions. Who are you? Where are you headed? And why? There are times when I know who I am, what I want and need to do. But then there are the other times when my feelings are like broken glass and I'm easily cut and bruised. My lens shifts a bit out of focus and my vision gets compromised. Those are the times when I look deep in the kaleidoscope's eyes. All I find is an empty sheet of black. And when I see nothing looking back at me, then I look nothing back. I'm gonna just stop after those two and maybe give a little reflection on those two poems and the thought behind it. Particularly in the first one, I believe that there are three different ways in which we present ourselves. I think one is how we see ourselves. I think then the other is how people see us. And the third is how we really are. And I think that how we present ourselves in the world is somehow at the intersection of those three. And so that's sort of what the first one spoke about. And the second one, Kaleidoscope, talked very much in the same way about that feeling of identity, However, in the second one, a little more dark, because those are the times when the identity is difficult to grasp. And you find that you're looking, hopefully you're thinking you're looking at colored pieces of light, and you're really seeing just a sheet of black. And those are the times of emptiness and sometimes deep introspection. So that's kind of where those two poems come from. Next poem I'd like to share with you is a poem that that talks about an individual, and this is somebody who I don't really know, but I've seen this person many times. And this poem is entitled, "I'm Tired." He said, "I'm tired, old and black, but not necessarily in that order. Seen more blues than the indigo sky and royal sea put together, but they never got the better of me. Been struck by white lightning, been beat up more than once by the system, by daily living, by a policeman's club. Been stoned by hail and burned by the sun. Done lost more time than you ever could believe. And all of that I've won is a temporary reprieve, a moment to rest and catch my breath before the winter's breeze tries to steal this flimsy cardboard that provides my only shield, covering me for one more night as I try my best to survive these cold and homeless nights." Born in a mirror. Born in a mirror, in the middle of the mix, I stand transfixed by the image I see, which has most of my features, but I don't think looks a bit like me. Born in vulnerability, the truth lies on my face. I lose my place too often and easily, giving up then giving in, all the time wearing the discomforting grin. Born in a window, see me as I see you, looking glass through the prism of egotism, a crystal heart broken in pieces and parts, no longer immune nor shatterproof. Born in reflection, I've wasted precious time as my youthful features fade. A middle age embraces me like a warm blanket cape. And despite all I may have lost, I still can find my way. Born in a mirror, in the midst of mystery. No one observes, no one discerns when I become the watcher, and there's no one watching me. Sometimes I have to wonder, who is this older guy I see? What has become and what has he done with young Gregory? And for my last poem, I'd like to share a some autobiographical piece that is entitled "Home Alone." I am a solo Homo sapiens, a star slowly fading from sight. I'm home and all alone on the range, a stranger in the middle of night. I'm a slow game of poker, trying to decide which cards to play. Holding a royal flush and joker, hiding my hand with deadpan face. I'm a hot shower or I'm a cool shower or hot soak, a clear statement or murky riddle. I'm an up after hours, stay at home, one and only homie in the middle. I'm an endangered Black man. I live with a bull's eye on my back. I'm a break a few rules, old school papa, and I got the fever and a brand new bag. I'm a bitch, a fairy, a fruit, and a fag. I'm all the taboo names they say. I've been homo, sissy, and butch queen in drag, marching in the rainbow flag parade. I'm a Black cat, poet activist. I'm a senior seeking change. I'm a seasoned homo sapiens, burner of the midnight flame. I'm a hometown, homegrown homebody, hanging home alone on the range. Thank you.
Ooh, that was beautiful, Greg. Always, especially loved your energy in that last one. Thank you so much. Folks are blowing up the chat. They are loving you as always. I'm not surprised. And I just want to do a couple of things as we wrap up our time together. One, perhaps I can offer a reflection. I've read, so Greg has a couple of recent works. You have 4 total books. So folks have been asking in the chat that I mentioned, Black and Blue, After Moon, and then 4 a.m. Light and 4 a.m. Dark. And so I'm almost done with 4 a.m. Light. Oh yes, thank you for holding up Black and Blue on the screen there. And After Moon, the peach colored. 4 a.m. Light on the screen and 4 a.m. Dark on the screen. Perfect. So folks can find those online for purchase. Is there anywhere you'd want to direct people specifically?
Yes, I can put the links to Amazon. They're all listed on Amazon.
Okay, great.
I'll put that in the chat.
And one thing I noticed in reading 4 a.m. Light, because I'm almost done, and I'm just bookmarking poem after poem. I mean, the whole, at some point it's not even worth bookmarking. I've had my whole book is marked up. But I noticed there's this thing that really spoke to me, and throughout your writing, there's like this poignancy in the very small moments of existence. You have this one poem, Seasons Change, where there's this line, and how much of our journey still remains can only be measured by things that most matter, the people we treasure, the leaves we scatter as the seasons change. And I just, when I read that, like blew my mind thinking about, the smallness of my existence scattering the leaves, that little moment, like I am here. And you have such a thread throughout your work about like I'm here and I matter in these small moments. And I want to thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's one of the gifts I think of poetry is that you can allows you to take those small moments in life, those very mundane things that we just kind of just take for granted, and you can really highlight them. You can really put them in a different frame, so they're seen in a different way.
Yeah, it's really impactful for me as a reader and absorber of your work. I think we might have to have you back for a longer time next time. I have many questions about, identity, growing up in Brooklyn to Panamanian parents, and there's so much there and folks want to know a lot more about you. So we'll invite people to join you every Wednesday on Well Connected to hear more of Greg's readings of his own works and others. So check Greg out there as well as his books, and then we'll have you on again. We'll dig in a little bit more.
Thank you so much. Been a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Thank you, Greg, and have a great one.
Thank you.
All right.